All right, am I stalling to make this video? Probably.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother.
All right, let me go ahead and get started with this video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below for what you would like to see in the future on my channel, or any questions or concerns that you may have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. The first question that I didn't, I'm looking down at my handy dandy notebook, my business notebook or whatever, and the question that I did not write down was, why am I here today? Why am I here with a YouTube channel today? So the backstory behind that is that I've always wanted a YouTube channel, but I feel like I'm a perfectionist, kind of. Like, I just never was really sound or satisfied with the videos and the content that I was putting out years ago. So I would, you know, make a video, I would post it, and then I delete it. And then also, I don't know, I can say that I was trying to seek validation from the people around me. Like, you know, I only wanted to start it if I felt like the people around me were going to be supporting me. And you should never do anything just like, you should never do anything in life to seek validation from others. Do what you want to do because you want to do it. This is what I want to say, basically. So here I am showing up for myself and, you know, doing what I want to do. So whatever, that was really long, that was really extra, literally nobody asked. We should call this the Esty Bestie tag. I don't know why that just came up in my head. I don't know, I feel like I'm going off on a tangent and I'm not following my list of questions that I've had. I literally made a list of questions or whatever, so I wouldn't be rambling on and on and on like this. But your girl's a Gemini and I undiagnosed ADHD, so whatever. How old am I? I am 22 years young. Yeah, and I'm a Gemini. I already told y'all that. 22 years young, and I am a Gemini. Currently, I am located in St. Louis, Missouri. So once I do open up my business, I will be, you know, doing facials, waxing, and other things involving the body and skincare in St. Louis. What school did you attend and did you like it? So I went to Grabber School of Hair Design, which is a cosmetology school, and they do the full works, basically. They have an esthetician program, they have a nail tech program, and they have a hair program. The backstory behind that, really, me deciding to go to that school was because once upon a time I wanted to do hair. Once upon a time I wanted to do hair, but I feel like with that I really just realized that I like to do my own hair and not necessarily other people's hair. So I got out of that, you know. I went there so that I could like go to school for that, and I just decided, I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna enroll for that. And then I like went back and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm really interested in nails. Like, I feel like I'm really good at nail art. Like, I want to learn more about nails and stuff like that. And I was like, no, no, whatever. I'm not gonna do nails, whatever. And then, you know, a couple more years down the line, I got really interested in skin, because this year of the pandemic, these 2 years of the pandemic has really been tussling with my skin. I've really been having a fight with my skin. I've just have always had pretty clear skin, like little to no pimples. I actually have a pimple right now. But I've never used to really have I never used to really get pimples like that. If I did, it would just be like one every couple of months or whatever, normally when I'm around on my period, and then that would be it. Wouldn't really leave a scar. But now, since the pandemic has started, I've been getting lots more pimples and everything underneath my I've been getting maskne like a mother effer. Like, dude, it's been me and Masney, we've been tussling. I'm winning the fight right now. Even though I got this one pimple, I've been winning the fight just a little bit. And then, you know, of course, all that Masney and popping those pimples or whatever left hyperpigmentation scars and everything like that. So it's been rough. But yeah, but that really oh, and I really started getting into like watching like pimple popping videos and stuff like that. And I like waxing and stuff. Like I bought my own wax pot and I started waxing myself. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I could do this. Like I could, you know, I could do this for other people. So that's really kind of what, you know, made me want to decide like gung-ho on going to school for skin. Now, about that school, did I necessarily like it? I am content with my experience at that school is what I would say. There are lots of things that I would say were pros at the school and things that I would say were cons at that school that I'm not going to get into on that video. But when it comes to picking a school, make sure that you know what you're getting and what you're paying for. Like with my school, I learned a little bit of everything. I learned facials, I learned waxing, I learned eyebrow tints, lifts, body contouring, laser. We learned a lot of stuff. Like in the 6 months that we were there, we learned a little bit of everything. So if that's what you're looking for, like if that's what you're interested in, then I would suggest looking for a school that has what you're interested in, and if you're possibly interested in learning more, has that more for you. Another thing that I would say is pay attention to what your exit packaging, if that makes sense. So like what you're getting when you leave. When I graduated, we got like I wouldn't say an entire line, because it wasn't an entire line of image skincare products, but it was enough products to, you know, get you started just a little bit. It was like we had in our package, it came with a couple cleansers, a couple masks and stuff like that. We also got a wax pot. We got 4x4 aesthetic wipes. We got a body brush kit. We got a whole bunch of stuff in like a little traveling case to keep all of our stuff in. With our exit kit, we had a lot. Just, you know, make sure that the biggest thing to take from all of what I said is just make sure that you're getting the bang for your buck. Make sure you're just getting, just make sure you're getting your bang for your buck. Yeah, so the next question I have on here is what made you want to become an esthetician? And I talked about it a little bit with my last question, but what I like to tell people before I like got to that route, because I didn't just come straight out of high school and was like, oh yeah, I want to be an esthetician, I want to do skincare. I came out of school knowing for sure that I wanted to be in the beauty industry as a whole. I've always known that, like since I started doing my own hair and just growing up, being a young woman, learning how to do my makeup and stuff like that. Like I've always known that this is the place that I want to be, and I feel like this is the place that is meant for me. It's the place that I feel most comfortable in, and I feel like what really was what really made me be like, oh yeah, like this is for sure what I want to do, was like when I went to go get these services. Like I went to go get a wax or whatever, and I was like, okay, like this was cool, I like this experience, I could do this myself. Like I think like that's how I think whenever I go and do services. I'm like, how would I feel doing this? And I was like, well, I wouldn't mind it. And a lot of people, whenever I tell people what I went to school for and what I plan on doing in the future for my career, they're always like, oh, like, you know, you want to be waxing people, you want to be that close to people and their bodies and stuff, and like, you know, that's gross, da da da. And the way I look at it is, it's gross to you, but it's not gross to me, for one. And for two, there's a job out there for everybody. There's jobs out there that not everybody prefers, like, but the job still needs to get done. Like, there's somebody out there willing to do it. Like, don't nobody wanna, you might not want to shovel shit, but there's somebody out there that's doing their job and they're just fine doing that job. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, it's everything isn't for everybody. More of the story. Is schooling expensive? I would say that schooling can be expensive if you don't have like scholarships, if you don't have any scholarships, or if you're not getting a grant, then hell yeah, schooling is expensive. I had to take out 2 loans for school and pay the rest out of pocket. And honestly, while I was in school, I don't know, it just felt like the way that events happened for me just felt like this is where I am supposed to be, because if I was not supposed to be here, things would not play out. I just feel like things would not play out for me that way, the way that they did. Like, when it came to, I was paying about, the number I was about to say was way less than what I actually was paying, but I was paying about $1,000 a month for school for the 6 months. So like for about the first 4 months, I was paying $1,000 a month for school, and the payments, they they didn't have to be same day or whatever. I worked with my my financial aid advisor, but it was about $1,000 every month for the first 4 months, and then the last 2 months it was like $700 or $600. Baby, when I tell you, well, I was smart. I was real smart when I knew that this is what I wanted to go to school for. I had saved up before I started school. I saved up the first 3 months of tuition that I knew that I would have to pay out of pocket, so that, because I knew that once I started school I was going to be there full time, and that I wasn't going to be able to work as much as I used to make up like the money that I need to pay my tuition or whatever. So I made sure that I saved up 3 months worth of money for school. And yeah, so I was good for the first 3 months. The 4th month, savings account was $0, and I was kind of scrounging for that last little bit of money, but I was able to get it. I was able to get all the way up until that last month. And by then I wasn't really working at all. Like, I think I just stopped showing up to my job altogether around that time, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, she wants to be seen because she keeps walking over across the desk that I'm at, but I didn't know what I was going to do for that last month. And I kept telling people that, when in doubt, I'm going to graduate, and I'm going to pay, for all of my, I'm going to pay off the rest of my tuition, and I'm going to, I'm going to walk down the hallway. So I was like, even if I have to put it on one of my credit cards, that last $600, and put it on one of my credit cards and run my credit cards up, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. And really what ended up happening was, I think it was like the 4th of July, and it was about 2-3 weeks before I graduated, and I got called down to financial aid or whatever, and she gave me an envelope. Can you not bite my mic cord? Okay. And she gave me I went down to financial aid, and she gave me an envelope. I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. It's probably just a notice saying that, I'm gonna have to pay back, the the notice for the rest of my tuition or whatever. And I went back to the class and I opened up the envelope and it was a check. And when I tell y'all, I bawled. I cried so hard. I cried so hard in class. I was like, oh my God. And my friends were like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, it's a check. And it's literally what I need to pay off the rest of my tuition and then some. So like, I was filled with so much emotion. I was just like, oh my God. Like, you know, if this wasn't a sign that I am doing the right thing and that I'm on the right path, then I don't know what is. But that was really big for me. That, oh my God, like, I don't know. It just really felt like a very magical moment. I was very excited about it. Cause coming toward the end of school, I was just like, well, I don't know. Why are you biting me? Coming on to those last weeks, I was just like, you know, I don't know, like, what I'm gonna do. Like, yeah, I'm gonna run my credit cards up, but then, like, then what? Like, what you gonna do then? Like, you're not working, you don't see yourself working for anybody. Like, then what? Like, what are you gonna do next? But yeah, so I'm happy that worked out for me. But I would just say that, you know, be smart before you start school. Like, a lot of people, or you could be one of those people that just goes off on a tangent and just decides to go, like, no money saved. Like,
okay, this probably wasn't the best advice I've ever given, but the girls that get it.
Not trying to be shady or anything. It might sound kind of crazy how I'm saying it, but like, you could literally be one of those people and crazier things have happened. Like, shit, you could just, money come from out the sky. Honestly, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, I really wasn't expecting that money. I didn't know that I was gonna get that check. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna get no refund check. Shit, I'm paying out of pocket. Like, they don't do no refund check for that. Like, for like the situation that I'm doing. But yeah, so that's that. The last question I have on here was state board hard? State board was not hard. State board isn't hard as long as you study, as far as the written goes, as far as the written test goes. As long as you study, it's fairly easy, because, you know, the stuff should just come natural to you. I'm not saying that you have to be an expert on everything, which you, not coming straight out of school, you shouldn't be an expert, but you should be working toward expert to make yourself more knowledgeable, basically. As far as the practical goes, the practical was, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous as fuck. Like, when I tell you, when I first started, I was shaking the whole time. They were telling, you know, me the instructions, and then, like, you know, because you start off with the facial, like the basic facial on your mannequin and stuff, and I started, and I'm like shaking the whole time, washing her face, and I'm just like, oh, because, like, you know, I don't know, the nerves were getting to me. In that moment, you're just thinking, like, okay, do I want to be back here again? Like, do I want to have to redo this? Just because, like, you know, I was just moving too fast or whatever. But yeah, I think I was also shaking like that because I had an iced coffee with a shot of espresso, and I had no food that morning. And I was drinking coffee, and I was like, yeah, I'm finna do this state board. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm finna do. Like, it was just, I don't know, it probably wasn't the smartest idea for me to come that way, but I passed. I passed the first time. I was very excited. I was very proud of myself. I passed both my state boards the first time. So, pat on my back for that one. But you can do it too. Honestly, it's not really that bad. It's just, be confident. Be confident in what you do, and I feel like that confidence will really show. But yeah, that's all that I have for questions. As far as tips go, I would say, for while you're in school, take notes and pay attention, because that's going to be key. Nobody wants a dumb esthetician. Nobody wants an esthetician that doesn't really know what she's talking about. Another tip, ask questions and study. Study. Always take, back to the taking notes part, always take good notes, because when your notes in school can help you study for state board, and it can help you further along down the line, like with your services and stuff, just keeping that knowledge fresh in your mind. Any ideas that you have in school, I would say start in school. So what I did, it was my idea that I wanted, well, not my idea. I knew in school that once I graduated that I wanted to be a blogger type deal. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I already knew that. But I didn't, you know, like I said, I'm just a perfectionist, and I just don't be like me. Whatever you planning on doing after school, start doing it in school. That's all I gotta say. Make sure that you take before and after pictures and build your portfolio while you are in school. Oh my God, like what's happening? Like my mouth is just, the words aren't working out. Build your portfolio while you are in school. Take all your before and after pictures. Another thing that I would say, photograph your personal skincare progress as well. I did not do that as much, honestly. I took pictures of how my skin was looking at the beginning of the year when I started school, and like I took a couple pictures of my skin throughout school, but I didn't really record my progress of my skincare, because I feel like I was treating my skin myself mostly, because I didn't get a lot of facials at school. Which is weird. I was the one that was doing most of the facials. I was doing a lot of the facials rather than receiving them, just because, I don't know, you know, you can't have everybody touching your face. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you have to get facials done. Not saying I never got a facial at school, but it just wasn't as common. I didn't get as many facials as I was given, is what I'm trying to say. Another thing is that I learned from school, and that I'm giving y'all a tip on now. Always focus on your own growth instead of others. Don't be worrying about what other people are doing and where they're at compared to where you are at, because you don't know what they had to do to get to where they are at, or how long that they've been trying to work toward that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could say that which I did think a lot. I was like, man, I wish I would have started, I wish I would have known that I wanted to go to school to be an esthetician right when I had got out of high school, because who knows where I would be now. But also, I feel like if I don't know, everything happens for a reason. I just feel like if I would have did it right after I got out of high school, would I have learned everything that I've learned in the past couple of years, as far as working for somebody else. And I don't know, I feel like it was just a journey for me, learning like, okay, like moving up in the business, and then deciding that no, this isn't what I want, this is what I see for myself, and learning from that experience or whatever. So, you know, everybody's experience is different, unique, whatever, yada yada yada. I'm getting off topic, but yeah, worry about yourself pretty much when you're in school. Yeah, so I think that was pretty much it. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe if you feeling like it, and leave a comment down below on any other questions that you have for me, or any future videos that you want to see from me. So yeah, and on that note, I'm out.
Like Gucci, Gucci, Louis.